What's up, everybody? Rant and Rich here, back with another one. So today I want to talk about something that I saw over the weekend that really disgusted me. Had to come on here. It was completely foul. You guys probably already know what I'm talking about. Not a lot of people are really touching on this incident that happened this past weekend at UFC's Fight Night, but I gotta touch on it. I gotta give you my opinion, of course, truthfully, straight from the heart. So of course what I'm talking about, you guys probably already know, one of the most controversial things I've seen in a very long time, and even more than that Herb Dean, Dan Hardy situation that I touched upon on my other video. I'm gonna try not to sound biased about this one. You guys know that I interviewed Mike Rodriguez a couple years ago before he made his debut in the UFC, and way before that, way before that, I used to actually train at the same Muay Thai gym back in Boston with Mike. So I knew him from that. I saw him grow as an athlete. I saw him go from CES to Dana White's Contender Series, and then finally to the UFC. He's had kind of some rough patches since he's been in the organizations, but he's a phenomenal fighter. He's got some things to work on, of course, but he's very explosive, very powerful, and yeah, he should have won this fight. This was pretty gross. This was horrendous. I think Mike Rodriguez got robbed for sure. Don't know if he would have won, and a lot of people saying that, oh no, he won the fight, he would have won the fight. That's really hard to say, unfortunately, because the fight was stopped. And let me be clear, it wasn't stopped necessarily, it was timed out because of a supposed illegal strike. Now, Rodriguez was pretty much dominating this fight from beginning to end. Of course, it was a little bit of back and forth, but I'd have to say Mike Rodriguez definitely got the best of Ed Herman. Now, he was laying it on him hard. He went in for a really strong knee to the abdominal area, and Ed Herman goes down to the canvas. Now, of course, I'm no actor, but I should take some skills from Ed Herman because his acting skills were on point on Saturday night. He really sold that he got kicked in the nuts, which is completely ridiculous. How the hell do you think it was an illegal strike to the groin? It was nowhere near his groin, so don't know where he got that from, but of course we all make mistakes. Refs have hard jobs. I've said it before, even in that Dan Hardy, Herb Dean situation. You guys know how I felt about that. They have hard jobs, so that wasn't really as much of the issue. One of the issues came when he said time and Mike Rodriguez said time, and he put his hands up, questioning like, what are you doing? Why are you stopping the fight? I'm about to end this thing. I was just as confused as Mike, and I'm sure everybody else watching the fight was too. Right there should have been a red flag to at least question what he just called. Was this an actual groin kick? Did I actually see a groin kick? Or because Ed Herman had that type of reaction and went down to the canvas, that I'm thinking that this is an illegal strike. Unfortunately, the fight was paused. It was timed out, so we really didn't get to see him execute the way that he should have. And unfortunately for Mike, I mean, that could have been another TKO finish on his record, and it was stopped, and it should just never have been stopped. Now, at this point, replay would have been fantastic. I know everybody has their opinions on replay. Some people love it, some people hate it, some people don't care. I don't think that they should overdo it on replays, but of course with illegal shots, eye pokes, headbutts, groin shots, anything like that, I think that it should be an automatic thing to where right after the fight is timed, to of course let each fighter separate, let them know what's going on, but then he needs to automatically look up at that monitor and see in slow-mo exactly what happened. In this case, and for whatever reason, it did not happen. It did not go down the way it was supposed to go down. I can either fight, or if you don't want to fight anymore, we have to give the winner to the opponent, of course. That did not happen, and that drives me nuts. That's really why this got all screwed up. Ed Herman sold, stayed, took all the time that he needed. It took almost, I believe, the whole 5 minutes in pain talking about an illegal shot, but all along, it was pain to his abdomen area. Once again, I've said this before, it's okay when refs make a mistake. They're human. They're going to make mistakes. They're trying to make the right calls. I'm not trying to crap on all refs. I know it's a tough job, but with the power of that replay, and usually they replay, at least at home they do, and I thought that at the event they do too, because they tend to have big screens up top. They should be responsible to take a look, make sure they made the right call, and continue the fight if they made the wrong call. And if they made the right call, then that's great. They can take up to 5 minutes to recover. So yeah, this fight was completely mushed Mike Rodriguez had a great possibility, great chance of winning. Even if we're going to talk about a decision win after all that weirdness and all that awkwardness, he still had a great chance to win. Unfortunately, he gets caught in the third round in a submission and loses the fight. And that's even a bigger part of this whole story on why it's so controversial. I feel really bad for Mike. I really do. I know Dana White post-fight conference said that he's going to get his win money because he thought that, I mean, he would have won the fight. He didn't win the fight, but he would have won the fight if that craziness didn't happen and shouldn't have happened. So I'm glad that he got that, but I really hope that he tries to appeal this fight so at least go to a no contest, because that is going to be a scratch, a loss, a submission loss on his record. So not to blast any refs or anything, I don't like to put them out there, do that to them, but he is the culprit. He is the one that made this horrible call. They have to think deeper than that. They at least have to come out and say, you know, apologize, I made a horrible mistake. These are people's careers and lives that they have in their hands. They got to do better. Seriously, they really have to do better. So that's all I got today, and please don't call me biased for thinking the way I think. This was wrong in so many ways. I'm not biased just because I used to train with the guy. This was wrong. It could be anybody, and I'd say the same exact thing. So if you liked this video or found it useful, please hit that thumbs up. Keep supporting the channel. If you haven't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell next to the subscribe button so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. And until next time, as always, Rant and Rich signing out. I'm out of here. Latest.